Put your hands together for hosts Ryan McGee and newly Twitter verified Matthew Watson as they present you with the SuperMegaCast.
That's right. Matt has been verified.
We did it, guys. We did it.
I mean, I guess we, because SuperMega.
SuperMega got verified too. We did it, guys.
I was.
You've been verified for like a year and a half.
Yeah, all I did was copy your homework, and I got verified.
I mean, they were like, not this guy, though.
Because I remember when we were first starting to want to be verified in terms of like, oh, we're getting bigger, blah, 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 blah. And so we were both at the same time back before the Grumps office even did their renovations and shit.
Yeah.
You and I had our computers, and we were both on the same webpage because it's when Twitter allowed you to
request verification. Yeah.
And so I was looking, I'm like, what did you put? And you're like, this. The only thing I changed was that you put something else instead of your Instagram, and I decided to put my Instagram instead of something else or something like that. It was like I chose to put in a different site, and I do not think that's what happened. Or I think
at the time they just looked at your Twitter, my Twitter, and they're like, oh, we'll do this. Not this one though. Not that one.
Now it's like the big one's not tweeting as much, so the little one's taking attention.
I guess we have to verify him.
He also has more followers than the big one.
Oops.
God damn.
It's that engagement, bro.
It's like you force their hand.
I was like, if I tweet enough and force myself in everyone's face, they'll have to do it. And I'm getting all those wonderful verified followers now that follow like 600,000 people.
I love
like a sports journalist with like
a lot of them are like indie reporters or rappers
because they have like the bot that will auto follow you. So all of a sudden it's just like boom, 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 boom. Like restaurant has followed you. It's like, okay, cool. They follow 1 million people.
Can you believe what Bill Clinton has done?
Honestly, I can,
Bill.
The Clinton kill list has gained another name.
Jeffrey Epstein has committed suicide.
R.I.P. Jeff, man. I was on the beach in Thailand and it was nighttime and I got this notification on my phone and I just screamed. I said, damn it, Hillary, damn it, Bill. Once again, you've done it.
They were asking me as a YouTuber, they're like, we need your help. And I offered my help with the Epstein case. And they said, this dude just committed or tried to commit suicide because we found him in his jail cell with bruises around his neck. And we're afraid that he might have tried to hang himself. And he's a huge witness that whose case incorporates a lot of powerful, rich people.
Probably the head of the biggest pedophile ring in the world.
And I'm like, I'm sitting back in my lawn chair in the backyard, throwing the tennis ball with Lego, and I'm on my Bluetooth. I'm like, listen, buddy, if you need my help, I'm here. What's up? They're like, so we have him on suicide watch. I'm like, whoa, buddy, you have him on suicide watch? That's a serious thing to put someone. Take him off of that. That's
too stressful for him.
I mean, think about he just had one of the worst court dates recently, and where a lot of stuff is coming to light. He's probably embarrassed.
He's having a lot of negative media attention. That's embarrassing.
And they're like, oh, so just take him off? I'm like, yeah. And while you're at it, give him some free time. Tell some guards to just go fuck off for a bit.
And make sure he has ample materials, like if he wants to learn how to tie some knots or something.
Thanks, Matt. That's me. You were just standing behind me.
I was behind you, giving you more recommendations.
Yeah, you're just like nervously pacing because you're excited that the Justice Department called us.
Has called us once again, actually.
Yeah.
That's not the first time the Justice Department has given us a ring.
Yeah, Hong Kong's calling, but I can't fucking understand them.
Yeah, I don't. They
don't know how to help with that
out about
situation.
something, but I can't. I don't know how to help with that.
That shit's ridiculous.
It's insane. Dude, wait, real quick, I just
sorry, go.
I was gonna say
No, actually I want to talk.
Go,
Never mind, I'm
go
kidding.
Talk.
Go. No, I just wanted to
I just want to, it's like a sitcom moment when like like the guard walks into the cell just like, oh no.
I like to think of it as like it's one of those moments where one's like in the drive-thru ordering something, and all of a sudden he goes, he calls his guard buddy. He's in the drive, then all of a sudden, bloop, bloop. He looks. There's a Twitter notification. Jeffrey Epstein found dead in his cell. He goes, spits out his milkshake. Calls up his guard friend. Weren't you the one watching Jeffrey Epstein?
I thought you were watching him.
No!
Drake and Josh watching Jeffrey Epstein.
And all of a sudden it's like, but Megan said that they were having 2-for-1 burgers at Burger King.
God. Drake! Megan! Weren't you watching Mr. Epstein? I thought you were watching him. thought you were watching him.
All of a sudden, blink, the Twitter icon comes
Joe! Or even maybe Kramer and Jerry watching Mr. Epstein.
No,
Jerry.
No, Jerry's too busy watching.
He's part of he was trying to get Epstein killed.
I was just saying. I think he had a what's it called where you
an underage girlfriend.
Well, that's a part of it, but what is it? An excuse, but it's something in crime. What is the fucking word?
Alibi.
An alibi. He had an alibi because he was taking a nice young lady out on a date in a car. And he goes, I rode this around with Robert Irwin. No, you didn't. What are you talking about? I saw your show. You definitely didn't do a whole episode with Robert Irwin.
You're too young for that to remember that.
Then it must have been Steve. Oh, he's dead. He's dead, Jerry. What?
Why didn't they have Steve Irwin on Seinfeld?
Dude, I don't know, but I was telling Justin one of the saddest things is that we will never see Steve Irwin on Hot Ones.
That is pretty sad, dude.
Oh,
fuck.
Golly gee! These fucking wings are cunts!
Did he ever say cunt publicly?
No.
He was like the hero of Australia. If he said cunt, that would have been like...
He's honestly, like, a lot of people had... What are some famous people who are gone now?
Jeffrey Epstein.
You have Jeffrey Epstein. It's like you have Queen. You have Jeffrey Epstein. Well, Queen's not dead.
Mr. Mercury is.
Mr. Queen is dead.
The Mr. Queen did die.
The Queen of Queen is dead.
The Queen of Queen. Yeah, Prince died.
Yeah.
George Michael.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Every time I go out of country, someone dies. I go to Japan, XXXTentacion kicks the bucket. I go to Thailand, Jeffrey Epstein kicks the bucket.
He didn't kick a bucket, Matt. He was shot in a car.
What?
Yeah, he wasn't put away for kicking a bucket.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about Jeffrey Epstein. I was like, did I miss something? Was he shot in a car?
2 times in the back of the head.
It was
you know that famous story?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Of the guy who's like...
Vince Foster?
Shitting all over the CIA, and they're like, hey, stop. Well, they didn't say stop. They just shot him he killed himself.
He killed himself. He shot himself twice in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Which, first time, he's like, dang, I got one more time.
And threw himself out of a window?
And threw himself out a window.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's something that, like, I don't hear is like, yeah, he shot himself, 2 times in the back of the head. It's like, oh. And then he threw himself out of a window after doing so.
Just to make sure. It really
was it the same guy? Or did they throw someone else out of a window?
I know in Russia that happened.
No, there was like...
No, Marcellus Wallace threw a man through a window. Right through a greenhouse.
He also got fucked in the ass.
He did.
I finally saw Pulp Fiction.
We talked about that in the last one.
Did we?
Yeah.
Was I back?
Mm-hmm.
I was back.
It's been that long. We have not recorded in a long time because Ryan and I have been on the opposite sides of the world from each other.
I was skipping around on some glaciers.
He was sliding around, slipping around, having a good time.
Seen some bears and whales.
He put his socks on and was sliding around in the glaciers. And I was over in Thailand, the Kingdom of Thailand, visiting some family, and I had a fucking blast. So tell me about Alaska, Ryan. Was it cold?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it hot?
A lot of the time I had to take the jacket or the long sleeve, whatever I was wearing off, and just wear a t-shirt.
What?
Yeah, the only time it was... Yeah, I don't think it was ever, like, cold. It was only really cold on the glacier. But after that, like... I mean, there's a heat wave in Alaska. All those... All the ice is melting, which is a fact.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Maybe it shouldn't be melting. Maybe they should stop doing that.
Well, there apparently is... I only saw the headline. I didn't read into it. Apparently there's like a $400 billion plan to refreeze the Arctic before it melts.
Some dude just comes in with like sets a blow dryer to cold, and he's like walking around with
He's walking on the ice, just...
I don't think it's working.
Runs out of battery.
That'd be a good... Yeah. Or like when you plug in a blow dryer and like the fuse blows, so you have to like click the little button to make it go. Yeah. It's like, how do you... Someone help me with this? Thailand was insane.
Well, I didn't ask you.
Sorry, continue about Alaska. I'm still talking about Alaska over here.
No, I'm not. But how was Thailand? How's Bangkok?
Thailand was insane.
How's Shrupidor?
I didn't go to Shrupidor, but I did go to...
Oh, that's it, because it's dangerous?
It's very dangerous in Shrupidor, but I went to Koh Samet. I went to Rayong. I went to...
Rayong?
Bangkok. It's almost
like
almost
Ryan in French.
Rayong.
I mean, it's like Ryan in French.
Rayong.
Rayong.
It's a province called Rayong in the south. I think that's how you say it. It's Rayong. Some just say Rayong. It was really fucking cool though. I've never been somewhere like Thailand. It was super fucking cool though. I want to go back. The food was incredible. It was really spicy, and my asshole was in constant misery the whole time. Every shit I took in Thailand was just absolute lava.
You and I were keeping tabs on your first day. You were talking about how afraid you were of the spiciness, and I was like, dude, watch out, watch that butthole of yours. And you were like, dude, I'm eating some right now and I'm dying.
That was my first meal. I got Penang curry with like green beans with chili paste, and I was like, oh, this looks so good for my first meal. And I had like 3 bites, and I had tears going down my face. I was like, oh no. It was from a food court in a mall too. So I was like, oh my God, why is this so spicy? And then later that night, I took an incredibly hot shit.
Ooh.
And it was not hot as in sexy, hot as in like my ass was on fire. And they actually have a word for it in Thai, which means spicy butthole. I think it's called sapdut or something like that. And it
just means like your spicy poops.
It's like basically
after you eat spicy food.
My cousin was telling
spicy
me
butthole.
Yeah, my cousin was telling me like if you are about to eat something really spicy, you'll take a picture of it and put it on Instagram with that hashtag because it's like spicy butthole because you know you're gonna have that later, and it's like a flex. Like how spicy butthole can you get? I didn't have fun with the asshole part. My stomach was not upset,
but the food was good.
My stomach is not readjusted since coming to America either. A lot of just spraying liquid diarrhea in the toilet bowl. Maybe from the water readjusting. I don't know. But you know,
I ate a shit ton.
What'd you eat?
I had Alaskan king crab for the first time, and holy fuck! You know, I'm used to whenever you get crab legs somewhere. Usually, if I find it's like Wednesday night, free crab legs at the buffet from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You know, that type of shit.
Those ain't no good crab legs.
Yeah, and it's like you break them and you can get like a little bit of meat out, but it's about probably the size of your middle finger is the largest chunk you'll get.
If you're lucky, even.
But these fucking crab legs, dude, they came with like scissors to help me out with them, and so I cut into one of the legs, not the claw. And I like the middle part, the bigger part of the leg, and I took out this whole chunk of meat. It was essentially just crab sausage. I've never seen crab meat that big before.
Dude, I bet that was so good.
It was ridiculous.
Did you dip it in the butter?
I got a picture I can show you to prove it.
Crab is so fucking good. Like I absolutely love crab. Oh my God! Holy shit!
Right?
That's like a cigar. That looks like a crab cigar. Like you could smoke that like a cigar.
Big. It was, and I was just.
Did you just? Because you know when you're eating crab, and every time you get like a piece of crab meat, you're like, yes.
I probably have I eat there's crab in my meals, but I probably only have crab legs once every 2 to 3 years.
Same.
If that.
My sister really likes them, so when I visit my sister, we'll get them sometimes. But it's like we'll get them from the market and like boil them. Yeah. And do that.
You get them alive?
Yeah, and I just fucking stomp on them. No, I don't get them alive. I just get the legs.
Okay.
And God, it's crab's so good though. I had a relative of crab, scorpion, on a stick. Got a little.
You sent me taking a bite out of it. How was it?
It was so it tasted really good actually. Like I was surprised how good it tasted. It was like a roasted. Best way I can say.
Did you get over the fact that it was a bug?
It was tricky. I have a little experience. I got a little experience with bugs now.
You do
eating bugs.
I think you've had the worst experience you're ever going to have with a bug meal.
Well, I went into it thinking that because I went into eating this. I'm like, see, this is actually prepared. Like they eat this for
what I did
pleasure.
Was good for you, Matthew.
No, it was very prepared. It was very good. What you and Harrison did was great. But I was like, oh, it's not going to be as bad as that, and I've already gotten through that. They also had roaches too, but I was like, I'm a little scarred from that. I'm not touching those. But I got this scorpion on a stick, big old black, crunchy, shiny scorpion. And I went in and I started. I ate one of the big old claws first, and it was very. I ate 2 claws actually at once. I just kind of chomped down, and the texture was the hard part because it
still
basically
a bug shell.
Yeah, and believe it or not, exoskeletons are not easy to chew through. It was like it shattered into like a bunch of shards that it was like eating plastic, like shards of plastic. And I was like, I had to chew it a bunch, and I kept eating it.
Good source of protein.
Yeah, I mean that exoskeleton's good for it. And then I took another bite of like the body, and what really bothered me more than anything was like knowing that the head was in my mouth. And I was like,
oh yeah,
because I just started thinking about what it looked like, and I was like, oh no. It tasted good though. It was nutty, I guess, like roasted nuts. It's the best way I can describe it. Like a toasted nut over a fire. And then I was going to get some crickets and grubs to try because that's really, apparently they don't really eat the scorpions. That's more of like for tourists, or so I was told. But they eat the crickets and the grubs.
Like they're chips.
Yeah, and I was going to get some of those, but honestly, after the scorpion, I was like, I've had my bug fix for tonight. I don't need any
I
more
want to have
bugs.
some actual food.
Yeah, so then I
You
went...
say as a bunch of cultures look glaringly
what do you
towards
mean?
you.
I heard that bugs will be, in the future, can be one of like the main food sources for humans.
Bugs are the solution to world hunger.
They are, for real, because like they can reproduce so quickly. They're super healthy for you.
So many of them.
I know.
Think about how many ants there are.
I read this statistic for like every person on Earth. There's like, it was some crazy fucking number of ants. So
You can eat ants too.
we need it.
Fry them up in a pan.
Yeah, you can fucking eat a ton of ants, dude. I want to eat more bugs though. I really do. I'm curious about trying bugs, and like the freeze dried ones you can get at like a novelty shop. I don't really count that. When you get them on the street, like being fried by a little woman on a cart, like that's the way to go.
Or bought from an exotic pet store.
And then frozen, thrown into some oil.
Now they weren't supposed to be pets. These weren't pet roaches.
They were made for feeding your pet snake or your reptiles.
Yes.
Or your good friend for a YouTube video.
Matt. Oh, dude.
Have we talked about that?
What?
That whole, I know we've talked about it at live shows, but we talked
We have.
about
I think we have.
about the whole
We have
roach thing?
to have.
I don't think we've ever talked about it on the podcast.
Have we not?
Because I thought that the roach from the roach sushi video was like, you guys got it from a novelty store where it's like, oh, you can eat these roaches. No,
I went out of my way, dude.
you got it from a pet supply store.
Yeah.
To
I was
feed
trying
your
to get.
reptile.
I was
like, that's not sanitary.
I was trying to get the can of roaches, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Oh, fuck that, dude. That's disgusting.
So I read that with people that I looked up cooking videos, like legitimate cooking videos, and like how people prepare roaches. First off, they don't usually get them from a reptile store, but I'm like, you just clean them off and you boil them.
How
and
do you
there
really
goes,
clean off a cockroach, dude? That's like a walking disease.
You gotta wash it off with some water and then you boil it.
I don't know if water will cleanse the... I might have rabies, by the way. Like, I might be developing rabies in the next few days, so just keep an eye out for that.
Why? Did you get bit by something?
I got bit by a couple cats.
Did you?
Jungle cats, so... And last night, well, I was sitting around with some friends, and I'm talking about how I got bit by these cats. I'm like, no, but it's fine. I don't have rabies. Like, that would have shown. They're like, no, Matt, rabies doesn't show up for sometimes, like, the minimum's like 2 weeks. Like, it'll take weeks to show up. And I was like...
And it kills people.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you survive rabies.
You should probably go see
the
something
incubation
about that.
period can be up to like 2 years before it shows. So I'm like, oh, okay. There were a lot of cats in Thailand, everywhere. A lot of cats and dogs.
You made a big old friend, well, a little friend.
I did. I named him Chachi, and he was this little tiny jungle cat on the island of Koh Samet. And he was so sweet because he wanted food.
Mm-hmm.
And he would just like let you pet him and play with him, and he would sit on my lap.
Because they're so used to people.
Yeah, so I every time he'd come around, I'd pick him up, put him on my lap, and he'd fall asleep. And then late at night, I found him outside, and I was like, man, I miss Banana. I miss cuddling with a cat. And I was like, what if I took him inside and I slept with him?
Did you take him inside?
I took him into my room.
What? And
I put him on my bed, and he loved it. And he like curled up and was purring like crazy, and he snuggled with me and slept with me. This little tiny like jungle kitten. But then like an hour later, he was like, wait a second. Wait, what's going on? And like freaked out.
Really?
He didn't freak out. He started meowing a lot and was like, I don't want to be in here. So I let him back outside.
Yeah, you kidnapped an animal from its
I
habitat.
catnapped him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He loved it though. I have pictures of him like curled up against me. He was purring so hard. And then when he wanted to go out, I let him back out. And I hope that he
And
enjoyed
you never
his-
saw him again?
Never saw him again after that. I saw his brothers and sisters because they looked the exact same. But his brother's the one that bit me several times.
The asshole.
He was an
family.
asshole.
Who would you say yours was the runt of the litter?
He kind of looks like Adam Driver.
Yes.
You know, like he was one of those weird looking cats. I don't think he was the runt. Maybe he might have been. He was so sweet though. And I know it was a guy because he had massive
looked all
nuts.
goofy though.
Yeah, he was so cute.
You seen any movies or TV shows recently?
I did.
In
on
Thailand?
the plane. I watched a couple on the plane. I watched okay, so the airline I was on for a 13-hour flight had the worst movie selection I'd ever seen in my life.
What was it?
So they had Avengers Endgame.
Wow.
And then they had
It's epic.
some Chinese movies. And then they had like...
Which ones though?
Which Chinese movies?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you for $1 million.
What, you just shit like propaganda to
No,
get people ready
well,
for the impending doom?
I watched a really anti-American Indian movie. It was about like India's first nuclear test, and that was like my best option. And I watched it. It wasn't like a horrible movie, but it was not great. And then I watched a really good Ethan Hawke movie called Stockholm.
Haven't seen that.
Have you heard of it?
Nope.
It's about Stockholm, like how it started, where he plays like a bank robber that robs the biggest bank in Sweden in the 70s. And it's about his
Who does he
captors,
take hostage?
some bankers, but it's about them kind of like starting to like him. And then it's really good. It's a true story.
They become friends. Oh, he ends up
Maybe
one of them in the
he
ass?
does. I don't want to spoil anything. She pegs him.
Oh, I thought it was all dudes.
No. It's her.
Okay.
And she pegs him in the vault. It's one of the scenes. It happened in real life too. Crazy.
Listen, boys, you ever just think a girl's not into you? She's just playing the long game. Go ahead and kidnap her and just wait it out. See how she feels in a few weeks.
That's Stockholm, baby. Stockholm syndrome works, you know? That girl won't like you. Keep her tied up in your room for a while. She will eventually, like, she'll see how
Bring
cool
her some
you
nice
are.
food, though. She's tied
Yeah.
up. Remember that.
Treat her nice. Treat her very nice.
You got to outweigh the cons in this one.
And don't do anything weird, guys. Just if you just keep her captive, she will start to warm up to you. That is science. She'll be like, wow, this guy is pretty funny, and his neck beard is pretty nice too. And I like the way he wears that fedora. And his Pepe lapel is really nice.
It's notch.
It's just not. I love you. I'm from Stockholm, actually. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. I'm funny, right? I'm in Minecraft.
Ha, that's funny. Ha, let me go, please.
What, do you want to play Minecraft?
No, I want to go home.
Sounds like Don. Dude, what if Don was Notch? Dude, Don should cosplay Notch.
You know what else Don should do?
What?
Suck my nuts.
Yo.
I got him.
Yo, for this thumbnail, have Don draw himself sucking your nuts, like really grotesque, like his tongue like.
What would he
curling.
do if you and I like? Because he does commissions. If you and I just did
Commission him
commissions
to, like, draw him
of
fucking
of him realistically sucking our cocks, like every week, I'd be like, "Hey, John, hey, John, Hey,
John,
the famous movie with Scarlett Johansson and Joseph Gordon.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
Huey.
Do you want to commission Don to? Dude, that would just because he's like.
But it's only for our personal. Like, we'll just have like a huge assortment of like really like we're like, Don, this has to be the real life you.
And because the thing is, he
allows
getting paid.
NSFW.
It's like any other commission because we're gonna pay him and everything.
Yeah,
but it's like
we'll pay double.
We make him draw the most uncomfortable scenes of us as friends, all having sex with each other. You know what, dude? I'm gonna commission him right now. Like, I'm gonna message him like, hey, can I commission you to draw like me and Ryan just fucking you? You remember the commission I got for your birthday, right?
Yeah.
He never
dude.
finished it.
What?
But you saw the rough.
Yes, I did.
I don't think we can talk about what that was.
We can't.
I got Don to do a little drawing for Ryan's birthday.
It's a secret because
It turned out a little. When I saw it, I was like, I didn't really realize what I was asking for.
He's good at what he does.
He's pretty good. Like, it's one thing to imagine the concept of like, oh, it'd be so funny if I get Don to draw this scenario for Ryan, and then seeing it fleshed out, like very detailed. I was like, huh.
Because Don's mind works where he adds little details,
And it's like, wow, Don had to sit down and think about that.
oh yeah,
So
he's an artist. He's a true fucking
He's a
artist.
fucking incredible artist. Don is one of the best artists I've ever met in my life. Like he can just do some of the most amazing.
It's Don and Picasso for me.
Don and Picasso, yeah, they're one of the same.
They're my
honestly.
two favorite artists.
I wouldn't be surprised if
And
when did Picasso
Banksy.
die? Picasso died in the 90s?
Yeah.
Did he? Or 70s? I like to think that whenever Picasso died, his soul was just waiting around for Don to come out the pussy.
Mm-hmm.
He went into Don, came inside of Don, and then Don was
born.
He's the new Picasso.
It's wonderful.
I would love to see like the most realistic piece Don could do, like hyper realistic, not in like his style, but more like.
That's the thing. Like artists develop a style. Does that mean they do know art?
You can break that style.
Well, we have. If you remember in the past, we've asked to kind of copy certain styles, like with the Cuphead thumbnail, like Homeland, for example.
Was it Homeland?
I think.
I don't even remember the name of that game.
Home Front, where she did like a communist-y poster.
Home Depot, the game. Dude, I'd play the shit out of a Home Depot game.
Would you?
If Home Depot made a video game, yeah, I'd play the shit out of that. SuperMega plays Home Depot.
I want another game to play. I'm playing Sleeping Dogs right now.
Oh yeah,
Because I used to stream it and now I'm playing it for myself.
I'm playing Chrono Trigger right now.
How is it?
It's amazing. I'm playing it on the original SNES. Well, I'm playing on like a SNES emulator machine, but it's so fucking cool. Like I love Chrono Trigger. I'm trying to actually beat it. I've never beaten it. I've only gotten like 4 or 5 hours into it.
It's a turn-based RPG.
Yeah, it's one of the classic like JRPGs, the turn-based ones. But it's so much fun. I feel like you would really like it a lot.
So was it on the Super Nintendo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's also they ported it to DS. But it's there's so many different endings and like things that affect your story. So I'm just trying to go through it and play it for the first time because I'd love to stream it one day on SuperMega. Because I don't know if that's a good game to play on the channel because it'd be like 400 episodes, but it'd be a fun stream game.
Ooh. What's our biggest, the longest series is Animal Crossing. But what's one that's been was finished?
Finished?
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
It's the longest series we ever did that finished. And I think SpongeBob's going to pass that.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
We still got some work to do.
We got some work to do.
Listen, we might have not gone to the Mermalair, so we need to do that.
Yeah, I go back and I see the comments. I'm like, oh, I see shit I missed. Whoops. But
keep your fucking panties out of a wad, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't put those panties in a wad, guys. We'll go back and we'll fix it. I didn't mean I don't know that game from the bottom of my heart. I'm playing it for the first damn time.
Jeez.
Or at least that part of the game. So if I miss stuff, it's
and I've never played it. So
me being a fool. I'm just having fun with my friend Ryan.
I'm having fun
just
too.
goofing around with Ryan.
And that's all I think they could ever ask for.
That's all they could
Hope
ask
y'all
for.
like that 50-minute fishing Let's Play.
I loved it.
Put out.
I had a blast.
I had fun playing
That
it.
one was so much fun.
We also, we should.
Is everything out? I honestly
we still have
been
2
checking
things
the
that need
schedule.
to come out.
Mainly me. Ryan's been on top of it. I've just been like the last week or so, just with busyness and going out of the country. I've just been kind of like very out of the loop, kind of with SuperMega. But our office is actually the biggest thing we've been waiting on is the soundproofing. And that's actually in progress now. So we are excited to finally, hopefully before we leave the country again next month, which we can talk about in a second. We hopefully will have the office done and set up. That's a goal. We're trying for it. It's that time of the podcast that we're recording after the podcast, but slipping in halfway through the podcast for ad reads.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Have you noticed you're seeing or hearing a bunch of ads for socks?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a few years ago, no one ever talked about socks. Why so much noise about something we never used to care about?
Because one brand absolutely changed the game when... What?
I didn't know you had the answer.
Oh.
Please go on. I'm interested.
Oh, yeah. Well, one brand absolutely changed the game when it comes to socks. The brand's creativity, design, and quality was so incredible that it ignited a movement around a piece of apparel no one had ever paid attention to before. It started revolutions around the world, and all that attention brought out a bunch of wannabe brands that began saturating our lives with socks. But pay no attention to the pretenders. The only brand you need to care about is the one that actually started it all. Stance. If you're one of the millions of people who have fallen in love with Stance, you already know why the sock world and your feet haven't been the same since.
Matt, I really can't believe how much I talk about socks nowadays. I feel like I talk about socks with people all the time. Stance is the reason why. The designs get people commenting, and the comfort and durability keep you talking. I just yap my f***ing ass off.
And Stance's collabs, it's amazing what they do with other brands, artists, athletes, and cultural icons like yours truly. There are too many to list, but some of my favorites are, choose whichever collabs you want.
No, you actually have to read.
Oh, Pulp Fiction, Toy Story, Kid Cudi, Star Wars, Rihanna, Marvel, Wu-Tang Clan, Rick and Morty? I really don't want to put anything else on my feet ever again. There's a reason Stance changed the sock game forever, and we want you to try them for yourself. Seriously, I don't even wear shoes anymore. I just wear Stance socks. That's why our listeners can get a free pair of socks with purchase at stance.com/SuperMega. Ryan?
That's stance.com/SuperMega, because if they're not Stance, they're just socks.
But we are going out of the country one more time next month to go to a very special country.
Yeah.
Can you guys guess what it is?
It's not Japan.
Oi.
Crikey. Crikey, mate.
Crikey, mate.
Is that it? We're going to Australia.
This croc right here is super fucking epic.
Oh, we're going to fucking Australia, mate.
Watch me as I tap dance on this crocodile.
Did he ever do that?
I'm gonna massage this eagle's cloaca at the same time.
Did he tap dance on a crocodile, massage an eagle's cloaca?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, but that's why he's a goddamn national treasure in Australia.
Is that your phone?
That was my phone.
Oh.
It vibrated.
Sorry.
You want to see what the notification is?
Yeah.
It is.
Can you say it aloud?
Neighborhood alert. Car window broken.
In your neighborhood?
It's from the Ring app. It's just people can on the Ring.
Is it
app,
like in your vicinity?
Yes, it's within my like 2-mile radius. So it's like car window was broken. So whoever's doing that, don't break any more car windows.
If anyone breaks my car window, all they are going to get is a bottle of orange vitamin water zero that's been in there for about 3 weeks now, and a Rubik's Cube. But I love that Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, don't take that fucking Rubik's Cube. You're just like, you like call the police over it. Dude, when I called the police on my bike getting stolen, they didn't do shit. They were like, well, what do you want us to do?
Shit gets stolen?
I know, it's LA. They're like, what do you want us to do about it? And
I don't think even South Carolina police would follow up on
they don't
that.
they don't give a shit.
My favorite thing to see are the grown men that drive around. You'll see them, but it's obviously like little kids or little girl bikes, and you're like, that's not your bike.
Where'd you get
that bike from,
whose bike
buddy?
Is that's not your bike?
Is that your daughter's bike?
Oh yeah,
man?
like a 40-year-old man on like a little girl's bike.
Yep.
Yeah, I bought it. It's my bike.
I see it every now and then.
I do see it every now and then. I'm like, no, you didn't. That's not your. That's also bold because that's very like clearly. I mean, not always. Maybe it's like his sister's bike.
Over, sir. Can I see your registration for this vehicle?
Like speeds off on it. So if you actually broke into my car, let me tell you exactly what you would find. And this morning I woke up and I went out to get coffee and I was just looking in my car and I was like, Jesus Christ. Because it was clean, but just with how busy I got before I went out of town, it kind of, because right before you go out of town sometimes, and that whole frenzy, things get real messy. Like my room is a wreck and my car is. And sunscreen like exploded in my back seat. So my back seat is covered in white, just all over the seat. So it looks like cum is everywhere. So if
it got on your hair, it would be like sun bleached hair,
like a can of soda
exploded. Yeah,
coated my back seat in golden, like molten lava flowing. Yeah, but basically you'd break in. There's some. Let me see. There's like newspaper. There's like a T-shirt.
Hey, put down for yourself. Do you have a litter box for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm driving, I need to go. I can pop it out.
A human litter box.
I can piss over my shoulder into the back seat, just kind of like.
No, you cut a hole like with a fucking knife into your like driver's seat and just dump litter into it, so you could take a shit whenever you're driving.
Dude, a toilet seat in the car would be fucking awesome.
No,
Harris and I were talking today.
Unless you could like shoot it out the back from your exhaust.
You, like click a button.
At other cars.
So if someome's tailgating me,
Isn't that funny?
I'm gonna take a shit real quick and fly it out.
That's where we are. That's where we are.
Yeah. I actually
we're gonna shoot poo poo.
Shoot poo poo out of car. I was talking this morning to Harrison. He was like, imagine if there were gamer chairs that you could just shit in. And then I was like, imagine like hanging out and playing video games with like Ryan, and he's just like blasting shit out. And he was like, okay, well, who would you rather be in a room with doing that, Ryan or Jackson? I was like, Ryan, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I used to be top of the line, like, don't get near this boy.
No, you're fine.
He's a gassy.
Man. You're fine.
I was gassy.
You were bad
in
for
Alaska.
a while. You're all right.
Alaska, I was gassy.
That's why the ice caps are melting.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, dude.
It's that methane gas.
It's polluting shit.
It's killing all the fish and the reindeer in Scotland or whatever.
Reindeer? Who gives a fuck about reindeer?
You see those mass reindeer graveyards?
No, I didn't know that was a thing. That's sad.
It's okay.
Now I feel bad for saying fuck reindeer.
When I say that, are you picturing a legitimate sanctuary?
No,
where
I'm imagining like
tombstones are
a big hole in the ground filled with reindeer.
No, I'm talking about like just a field with a bunch of them that are just dead now because they
Why?
froze and then they died.
Oh, they froze and died?
Or something, yeah. Or they got hungry and all starved. But it's like a shit ton of them. It's like something out of a horror movie. Like it's just a huge open field with nothing but dead reindeer.
Oh my god. That's Santa's nightmare, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
That's not funny, actually.
No, it's not.
It's dead animals. That's sad. I was just trying to find anywhere to sneak a joke in to brighten the mood. I'm sorry. Let me tell you a little bit more about Thailand. So to get around, you would give a man on a moped.
No women.
No women driving the mopeds.
There are also no women driving the taxis in Japan.
A woman drove my taxi, though, to the airport.
Ooh.
So...
Was she wearing like what are those like the glasses with the mustache?
Hello.
What are they called?
Groucho Marx.
Yeah, the Groucho.
I always want to say
Marx
Karl Marx glasses, and I'm like, no, it's not Karl Marx.
That would be a big
glasses.
bushy beard.
Yeah, that'd be a big old beard and a bald cap. How I'm gonna look in 10 years. But basically, You just get on the back of mopeds and ride them around, and some dude will just like zip you around for 10 baht, which is the currency there. And I found out that a lot of them take meth pills.
Like just meth?
Just meth.
Straight meth?
In pill form, yeah, to stay awake and get the driving done. And so like you'd be on the back and then just be like tweaking and twitching and be like, oh, all right. It was very scary. There weren't a lot of rules in the road. There's no traffic rules pretty much.
From what I've seen of Live Leak, you getting on the back of that moped is a surefire way to end up on the underside and grounded by a big truck.
Well, they like zipping between cars while you're on the back, and you're just hanging on to the little thing behind you.
If your pelvis clips the side mirror of another car,
I'm going flying. Yeah, it's gonna shatter my pelvis. Yeah, and I'll probably fly off the back. And there was one point he's going real fast. I'm hanging on the back, and I'm kind of like he's jolting a lot, like the bike. So I was like, oh shit. And I had a bunch of bags too, like my backpack and my tote bag. So I'm kind of like hanging on with one hand. And there's a car driving really fast behind us, right behind us. And I looked, and I'm like, if I were to fall off the back, that car would run me over in like less than a second. Like,
yeah,
there's
keep driving.
Yeah. So, oh my god, and the amount of children I saw just like propped onto a moped, just like not even hanging on, made me so nervous. Because they like they're on the mopeds, they'll just zip through cars. If someone's in your way, you just drive around them like on a car. It's insane.
Getting
the traffic
coffee
there. What?
No, nothing.
What'd you say?
It's like getting coffee
With a comedian?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I didn't say with a comedian. I just said with coffee because you said you're
in a car and a coffee with a comedian in Thailand. Just go. But dude, there'd be like guys on mopeds like to cut through traffic would come down the opposite lane and just drive like the other way through. It was insane.
I'm really on it today.
Dude, you're doing great.
Did you get it?
They'd come through. Yes, they come down the
yeah.
What else did I see? I saw
the back of your eyelids where you slept.
Yes, I did. I saw the back of my eyelids.
I'm on a roll.
Nice and red.
I'm on a roll.
I got really fucking sunburnt. I fell asleep on the beach, and I was like, fuck sunscreen. And then I
Why?
deeply
What did it
regretted
say?
That's pretty good, dude. I took the sunscreen out to dinner first. It was fucking I still have sunburn. Like I'm still bright red on my shoulders and my back.
In your pussy?
And my pussy's a little red too, man.
So
dude,
good.
you are fucking cracking
I'm
the
proud
joke
of
whip.
myself right now.
I'm feeling
See
it,
the
man.
smiling face of mine?
You see my smile? I see those pearly whites peeking through.
Pearly
there.
yellows, bruh. Those mossy yellows.
No, they look pretty white from here. Let me see.
Man, my teeth look like a goddamn coral reef.
They don't look like a coral reef. They look like sponge.
Yeah.
No, they look fine, dude.
A bunch of SpongeBobs lined in a row.
Tiny SpongeBobs. I'm trying to think what else I did in Thailand. I mean, I did so much. I went to the National Palace. I ate the best food I've ever had. Honestly,
Do you have a boner right now?
What? That?
It just looks like you're okay.
No,
never mind.
no.
It looks like your cock's just up
That's
and
the way the
hard.
shorts are. You know,
I was just like, God, you're like Thailand is.
oh my God, Thailand. Have you seen that Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where he's like, his pants have like
You're
that
literally
little bulge?
talking into the side of a boom mic.
That's where you're talking.
Of course, dude.
But have you seen that Curb episode where like Larry David's pants have that bulge, but it's just how like your pants naturally do, and the girl thinks he like got a boner while.
But
sitting
even when he
next
makes
to
the
her?
apology, it's like it's okay. You were aroused. Like there's nothing weird. It's like no,
think it's the pilot,
I
isn't it?
wasn't. I don't know.
That's such a funny show.
I need to get back into watching it. I watched like 3 seasons in a row.
Bernie Sanders really reminds me of
They did an
Larry David a
SNL
little
skit
bit.
about that.
Did
where
they?
Larry David plays Bernie Sanders in a Curb Your Enthusiasm type of shit thing.
I could be writing for SNL then, couldn't I? You think I'd do good
Yeah. Oh yeah,
writing for SNL?
It's not hard to do bad.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. SNL, like, it's easy to just make jabs, you know, looking over the hundreds of people that work hard to make that show go live whenever it does.
I mean Saturday night, by the way, it's when it goes live. But it's
Is it?
it's
Sunday morning?
Nope, Saturday night.
Okay.
They should switch it over to Sunday morning. No, dude, we should do Sunday morning. We should do a live show on YouTube every week. That's like a church service. Like a televangelist show every Sunday morning.
Just Sunday morning live?
Sunday morning live, yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Sunday morning, the Lord's house.
Easy like Sunday morning.
I'm praying on Sunday morning. Can we make a Christian TV pilot and premiere it on a Sunday morning on public access? Like,
We need to see
videos.
See if you and I, we can use Let's hit up Pure Flix. I think they're itching for some talent to really. I mean, Steven Crowder was in a Pure Flix film about
Really?
this. Yep, it's literally the epitome of a. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like the white savior story arc. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Well, the white Christian boy has a black friend that he doesn't really hang around anymore because he's all about being cool, and his black friend's a nerd. One day, the black friend brings a gun to school and then shoots himself in the head in front of the whole student body in the hallway. This is a Christian movie, by the way.
Really? That's the movie?
That's the
And
beginning.
Steven Crowder goes, oh, shit!
Steven Crowder plays the friend of the main character, who's like the douchey, just kind of like, haha. But anyways, and so the way that this white kid, or this boy, sorry, this white boy.
No, Steven Crowder, he's a man.
Well,
Say it how it is.
he's not the main character.
Oh.
But I'm talking about the main character now. So the protagonist.
Wait, does Steven Crowder play the black guy?
I wish.
Does Steven Crowder in blackface?
He plays the douchey friend to the protagonist.
Oh, okay.
Who date rapes the
So
protagonist's
Steven
girlfriend.
Crowder date rapes somebody in the movie.
I think so.
Okay.
Or like.
Well, at least he dated her.
Or wait, no. I don't. Never mind. I don't know why. Like he's gonna be like, he totally made a lie about my character. No, I
We
think
were lying about the blackface thing.
I think him and the girl actually did have sex, like the protagonist, and that's how she got pregnant.
Well, that's how most people get pregnant.
But I think
sex,
she
Ryan.
cheated, or did something with Crowder. I think whatever.
She got louder with Crowder, and now she's got a baby up
her schnauder
her snout, up and around. I don't know.
and around her.
I thought there's something there up her.
Yeah. Comment section, go at
You
it.
go at it, guys.
Get creative.
Honestly, that's what you guys are here for. If I know that there is a joke to be made there, but I lack the mental capacity.
There are a lot of comments that make me laugh.
No, you guys-
I'll
you guys
be
are funny as
looking
hell.
through it, and every now and then I'll be like, ha! I like do a little laugh out loud.
No, there's actually like I have to
I'm
see
talking about the movie.
the comment section has gotten a lot funnier. When it's not Matt and Ryan from SuperMega or Yes Daddy Likes or Splatoon porn. It's
We're
very
getting off subject.
sorry, but let's go back to Pure Flix. I think
Anyways, so how does the protagonist make amends for going kind of away from his Christian values and not being that good of a friend to this kid?
blood sacrifice. They
Nope.
sacrifice the baby.
No. He
The Clinton family forces her to have an abortion, and they find
No.
out that was actually the son of Jeffrey Epstein.
No, it's very simple. There's another brown boy that he has to go save, and he does. He brings him to church, and they get saved.
Really?
Yeah, except it's not. It's like I think like a Asian kid.
He's in black. It's an Asian kid in blackface.
Yeah.
They couldn't find any more actors. They're like,
No,
dude.
it was like
They just doubled Steven Crowder.
I only saw this movie once, people, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. But yeah,
What the fuck, dude? He wasn't Asian. He was Mexican. Dude, I honestly, can we have like a Pure Flix
what was the
marathon
name
night?
of that movie? I'm gonna find the name of this movie
Can we have a Pure Flix night?
because they're
Can Pure Flix sponsor
they're the
us?
same ones who do God's Not Dead.
He's surely alive.
They did a post-apocalyptic movie.
I know.
with
I
the
know.
preacher, who the main character is the same guy that plays the preacher.
We
from
watched the
God's
trailer
Not Dead.
together. I think we watched it on the podcast.
we should
We
watch.
should have a fucking Pure Flix night. Ryan, what are the odds? Okay, that by the time you turn, by your next birthday, Ryan, you have to watch every Pure Flix movie up to the current date.
When?
By your next birthday, when you turn 26.
That's a lot. That's way too many.
How many is that?
Don't they
that
have?
many.
They have their like own streaming service, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, dude, we could have our own.
I'm
Streaming
not seeing
service.
every Pure Flix film. I will see like if you give me a manageable number.
Okay, if I make a list of 10 Pure Flix movies for you to watch
I will watch 10
by your next birthday.
by my next birthday.
Now, did you finish your Rolling Stones magazine?
I haven't. It's still there.
Ryan,
I'll finish
that's
it.
no. The agreement was before we went to Japan. That was back in like March. Ryan, I lost to What Are the Odds? She has to read this entire. It's not the Rolling Stones magazine. It's a magazine special about the Rolling Stones. It's like 70 pages about everything about the Rolling Stones. How much did you read?
None of it.
You said you started it. Were you lying when you said you were like
I
a
read
third
the
through?
cover, Matt. I
That's
did
not a
start
third
it.
through. I was gonna start asking you some trivia about the Rolling
No,
Stones.
of course not. But Matt,
What?
I just found the name because I'm going back to the movie. I found the name of the character that I described as Asian earlier. His name is Johnny Garcia. So
It could be Filipino.
definitely yes.
Could be Filipino.
So here's the poster. It's called "To Save a Life." See, there's white boy with blue eyes with a cross on his face that looks creepy, and then down here you can see Steven Crowder as a young boy. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
you see him right.
I see him right there. He's
on the left,
ooh.
And then we got the guy.
Dude, that picture of the dude looks weird. He looks like a 3D model that's a little messed up.
Jake Taylor has everything. He has a beautiful girl. He's the champion in basketball and beer pong, and everyone loves him. Then, an old childhood friend with whom Jake used to be friends commits suicide. Oh, that's just the sentence. Jake begins to think. Separate sentence. He wonders what he could have done to save his friend's life. A youth minister tells him that Jake needs God, so Jake becomes a Christian. However, things begin to spin out of control. His dad is cheating on his mom, his girlfriend is pregnant, and his former friends ridicule and mock him. During all this, Jake is going to realize just what it means to be a Christian and how to save a life.
How to save a life. Cue the fray, dude. I lost a friend somewhere alone in bitterness. Makes me think of Grey's Anatomy, dude.
Makes me think of Scrubs.
And all those shows, man. That's like the soundtrack to them. It's like Snow Patrol.
Dude, when I was a kid and I was watching Scrubs, which was like, at the time, it's like, it's one of those shows where it's like, oh, this is a mature show.
Yeah,
should I be watching?
Oh, should I be?
You know, like, I'd look if they said a curse word, if my parents were in the room, I'd be like, or I like turn down the volume if I'm watching it so they can't hear what the characters are saying exactly, because sometimes it got raunchy or they talked about sex.
Oh, dude, I used to jerk off to Scrubs all the time.
Nice.
I remember every time Family Guy would come on, my dad would be like, turn it off, son. Turn it off.
No, that just means he had good taste.
Yeah. But, I think he might have just been scared because he knew how funny it was. He was just trying to prevent the inevitable. He knew I was going to get into Family Guy.
But you did.
I did. Freddie did too. Freddie watches so much Family Guy.
He watches the worst seasons of Family Guy.
And he watches it non-ironically. You know, I mean...
Who are we to judge?
I'm not judging
on people's
Freddie.
taste.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to judge anyone's taste.
But if we were,
I would judge Freddie for his. I can't talk. I enjoy Family Guy. I'll put it out there. I do. Some episodes of Family Guy I find very funny.
Some of them.
I knew it was bad when Freddie would just randomly we'd be in the car. He'd be like, "Oh, dude, this is one Family Guy joke," and he'd like be laughing while he's telling it. About like a joke
Wait,
about...
really?
Yeah.
Are you goofing with the audience and me?
No,
right
Freddie, I'm not. Freddie legitimate. Like, I remember we were in Hollywood and we were walking down the street and he's telling me about this one joke on Family Guy and he's laughing like out loud as he's telling me.
And you're like, yeah?
I was like,
You're doing that thing where you're looking at him smiling. And you're, yeah. And you're waiting. You know, I hate it when it happens to me and I hate it when other people, it happens to them and it's with me. It's when, nice cock.
I'm not, I don't have my cock out.
Sorry, you put your hand on your cock.
I was resting my hand.
Over your balls.
I have limp wrists and the way I'm sitting, it was near my penis region.
It looks like you were grabbing.
I wasn't grabbing my cock.
You're doing it right now.
I'm not grabbing my cock.
Your
I'm not, dude.
It's a What is that? What is that little pose?
Dude, I'm waiting for you to keep talking. What are you doing?
You look like a sultry little, like a little schoolgirl.
Maybe
schoolwoman.
I'm a schoolwoman.
Yeah, a teacher, not a student.
That's how my teacher sat. Spread their legs and show me their
Unless
pussies.
you're a student in community college who's like over the age of 23.
Why 23? Is that the new age of consent?
It depends on what state you're on.
I don't think any state.
What state you're on?
What state are you standing on right now? Sorry, what were you saying though? Don't say you forgot.
About what?
God damn it! I was like,
was it when I was talking about Scrubs and then you went, but Family Guy?
No, it's when you said nice cock. You were talking and then you saw my bulge of my huge fucking bulge. My
I don't know,
massive cock.
but it's a good power move. It's a good way to go. I'm not interested in what Ryan's talking about.
No, I was.
I'm gonna distract his puny little brain.
It's not a puny brain. I was completely interested. I just so happened to accidentally distract you with the power of my sexual persuasion.
Maybe we'll find out someday.
What are you talking about, dude? Come on.
I don't know.
I don't remember it either, man. Like this podcast is just. You guys remember in high school when you?
No, you were talking about. I was talking about how I hate it when it happens to you and it happens to me, or when it happens to anybody, and it's like because it can go both ways. When you're telling a joke and when you're giving an idea, and you're setting it up, or the other person's setting it up, and you're just going yeah, and you're getting ready to kind of laugh. You're waiting for this release, and then nothing happens, and then you're like,
it's like fire the
shit, dude.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh fuck, I need to watch that.
Oh man,
what are a bunch of those? No, really?
I'll check that out. I need to check that out.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, that's how I do it when I'm talking to my dad. and he brings up something that I just like don't want to talk about, because my dad would be like, son, did you know that the Clinton family, and I was like, oh, I haven't heard, I'll look into that. Anyway, it's the best way. You just say, I'll look into that. It's like, I haven't heard that, I'll look into it.
Mr. Jones said,
you know, son, I heard that the air in California might make you gay. Well, that is a fact, actually.
Matt, if SuperMega ever goes under, you can just become a crisis actor. They reuse them all the time.
Haven't you seen? I'm thinking about doing it myself. The Craigslist section, like looking for crisis actors. Dude, can we put out a Craigslist ad for crisis actors?
The FBI. Then there's also the conspiracy theories where like it's like the FBI mess with schizophrenic people to make them commit devious little acts.
Oh, we're at the age right now where if we have schizophrenia, we'll start to show.
I'm 25. You're 23.
Usually, it's if you get to 25, I think you're good.
Okay.
So you've made it across the finish line. I still got.
Is 25 just the rule?
It's about by 25.
Our metabolism's pretty much like if I'm ever going to actually look after my body, now's the time.
It's gotta
to do
be now, because your metabolism will keep slowing as you get older. I'm ready for
when
my
I hit
metabolism
30.
to slow.
Fuck, man.
I actually have been gaining weight without doing anything extra lately. I think my metabolism is slowing a little bit.
Nice.
I noticed, like, I look in the mirror, I got a little more pudge now on my.
Good.
Look at this. Well, that's not a very good example, but like, there's a little. That it doesn't.
I expected your nipples to be higher.
What do you mean?
You lifted your shirt. I don't know.
Oh, it's just because it's because my pants are
okay,
so
your
high.
pants are up so high. I was like,
dude, what if like
Jesus
my belly
Christ.
button was here, my nipples?
From my perspective, it just kind of looked like your nipples were on your rib cage. I was like, what? That looks odd.
Yeah, I'm getting a little more pudge around my nips.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll grow chest hair. I got that one chest hair.
You don't got any nip hair?
I do. I have hair around my nips. See that? But I don't have.
Why can't women get hair around their nips?
They do.
Little afros.
They get nipple afros. Little titty afros, titty fros.
It's like a wet sponge.
I think women can grow nipple hair. I'm almost certain.
If they will it to happen.
Women?
You can do anything.
Y'all, I'm not only interested in free the nipple, I'm interested in to grow the nipple. I want to see, not the nipple itself, like grow the nipple hair. I want to see that. I want to see that nipple hair. Show it.
Tell your mom to send us pics of her nipple hair.
Can you guys just have your mom send us breast pics via email? Don't do that, guys, because now then we're actually gonna get some, and I'm gonna feel dirty. Don't send any elderly, not elderly, just middle-aged. We just don't want it.
Send them over to.
Britt's just gonna start getting like MILF tits and his... All right, guys, now it's too far, okay? Too much.
That would be
my business email. The penis stuff, the stinky penis. All right, I put up with it. The Brent 2 bullshit, but now I'm
giving out my business email address
for people to send older woman's breasts to. Get your mom to write Brent on her tits and then send a picture to Brent, just so he knows it's real at least.
Yeah, make sure you frame your mom's tits all nice too.
Yeah, so when you say, "Mama, let me see them titties,"
gotta make sure they're old looking titties too.
Or at least, y'all know how old Brent is. He needs something real old to get off. He's into the much older women. Is Brent out there?
No, it's Justin. Justin wants to come in. Okay, yeah, come in. This is Real Good Touring Justin, not Justin the editor, who is visiting in about a little over a week and a half.
Is he?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that this morning.
We'll talk about it after this, Justin.
What's up, Justin? Justin, I gotta take a shit, my man.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, are you just coming in to...
I'm just gonna sit down and eat.
Oh, you're about to...
Don't eat into the microphone.
I'm not gonna eat in the microphone.
You're gonna eat
Justin,
off mic.
Because
there's no mic around you.
Just the chili.
Okay.
Okay, just the chili.
I don't think they'll... Wait, hold on. Eat as you would normally eat, and we're gonna be quiet, and we're gonna look at the waveforms.
Okay, just eat some chili, but...
As you would eat it, because...
Shut up and let me do it.
Okay, yeah.
Do it.
There's your LaCroix.
That's your LaCroix crack, and I saw that on the waveforms. Oh, that's
you
like
put chips in the chili.
You literally said, I'm not going to
use the chips. I look, and now the chips are on your lap.
You poured the chips into your chili.
I thought it was going to be the bag that was going to make the noise.
No, it's the crunching of the chips.
I'll eat around the chips.
No, Justin, you can't eat food while we're recording the podcast. Justin, you understand how upset people get when you eat food?
Well, I can understand.
Specifically me?
I honestly, I do have to say, I kind of had my first experience with that lately. I was watching John Wick 3, and the dog, every time the dog like licks its chops, I could not like the... You know when dogs do that in movies?
Wait, are you talking John Wick 3, but like I think that sound really is done well is in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I can't. No, it could be bothering me there too. I can't stand that
like,
sound.
For me, like this is gonna sound weird, but like that sound is like kind of it's like satisfying to me.
Dude, I can't.
I'm just
I
like,
get a
damn,
little hard.
That's
you know,
a good sound effect.
I cannot stand
Because like
it.
it was just like the timing of it with the scene and the like it all worked. Bye, Justin.
Bye, Justin.
Enjoy your chili with chips in it.
You want to try it?
No.
No, I'll try some after the podcast. I cannot stand that sound for some. Like when the dog's. It's like, stop. I remember like my dog when I was growing up.
I love it when it's like a deep, like sometimes it, but like when there's like a, like there's like this heavy kind of like.
The sound of a dog eating like wet food. I cannot stand that sound. The like. When Banana eats, he likes to do it in the middle of the night. And
It's very scratchy and high pitched.
He'll go and he'll just like grab one piece of food and then just like crunch it. And I'll just listen to him like crunchy and munchy. And I'll be like, Banana, not now, man.
But he's a little man eating.
I know, he's got to eat his food.
What was I? Oh yeah, Justin is visiting us, by the way.
I
didn't tell you about.
You mentioned you said he might come visit.
But yeah, he is.
I'm so excited. Cannot wait to see Justin again. We got to do some videos with him while he's here, some live action stuff. We actually did one with him that it's not out.
Fuck, you're right.
Can we just take meth and just get all of these videos out we need to get out? It's a lot of work. It's daunting.
I just need to do it. I feel like we could just fucking hammer.
Once the office is set, like office is so close. If it's set up, we can just go to work.
When are the people
every day.
coming to Soundproof?
They're coming. So they're coming next Wednesday at 3 p.m. And the address. I don't. They have to build. They're building the sound panels right now.
Okay.
For soundproofing, and then they're gonna come and mount them. I hope the landlord is okay with that. But
we need to get a. All we need to do is where are our computers?
They're at the office now.
Okay.
We have our computers. We have our desks.
Our monitors are there. We need to get a big television for the Let's Plays.
Yes, that's the next step. And then we have the consoles. We're about ready to go. We just need to get we got the microphones.
Yes.
We just need the soundproof.
Do we have all the microphones?
No, we got to get a few more. But
you're right.
We just need a soundproof. Like once the soundproofing's there, we can get the set set up. We can
everything.
Basically, like we've just been so on hold because we can't record there until we have soundproofing. So we're still using the game grounds.
Apartment.
Oh. We're gonna watch Reservoir Dogs tonight. Ryan's gonna see it for the first time.
I am excited.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
And there's more N-words in it for you.
Are there?
Yes.
Now,
like that word is used. Not.
Do you think after recording we could go do it? We don't have to wait because like I do want to.
Let's go straight there.
Because okay, sweet.
You know I got to go home.
It's not like I don't want to say like I have plans, but I do have plans tonight, and it's only because I've the addiction starting again.
Crack?
Yeah. Minecraft is on Xbox, and so Justin and I started a world last night.
Jackson and I started a world.
And so we're working on it, and we're just having fun. And I can't wait for the day that we bring all of our power together in one big server. Because I was telling Justin I prefer playing Minecraft with a mouse and keyboard, because with a controller it's just so fucking slow.
I've been wanting to play with you for a while. Let's start it.
We need to get a server.
We need to get our fucking... Honestly, once the
Dude, they added so much.
It's weird.
Like, they added, like, a traveling merchant. They added, like... We found this tower just last night with all these, like, dudes with crossbows that'll, like, run after you and, like, keep pace with you even if you're running. There's like, sea life. There's dolphins that make their little dolphin noises. There's actual fish. As I said, there's, like, the sea life. There's zombie... there's water zombies. There's
I saw those. There's like new zombies.
Sand people, like sand. They added Arabs, dude.
But the Arabs in Minecraft.
How dare they? But no, you know, like they look like the sand people from from Star Wars. From the
Notch doesn't work on the game anymore.
I like how I'm doing like the guys. You know what I'm saying?
You know those guys? Yeah, no, they added a lot. It's a cool game.
Are they called the sand people?
I think they are. Yeah.
It does sound like a derogatory.
It does. I mean, it is a derogatory term. That's like a known derogatory term for Middle Eastern people. Dude, they added sand people to the game?
These dudes. Yeah, from Star Wars.
Yeah, from Star Wars.
The sand people.
That's what they're called, right?
Up a picture of... Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what they're called. The Tusken Raiders is what they're called.
So not the sand people.
Well, I typed in sand people, and that's the first thing that comes up, and I'm looking through Google Images. Hold on. We're about to see how left-leaning Google is. I'm going to type in the word racist. And guess what's going to pop up? Donald Trump. And now I'm going to type in sexy woman and look at the first thing that comes up.
Holy shit!
What do you got to say to that, Matt?
That's Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, I just searched Hillary Clinton.
She was hot.
I
back
did
in the
not
day.
search. I can search up sexy woman and see what comes
What's
up.
the first thing that comes up for sexy woman? I'd like to be in those search results. Oh, that's actually a very sexy woman.
Yeah.
Is that a see-through top?
Yeah, and this one
those
where
nipples?
the tank top is just barely.
Just barely covering the nip.
Yep. Ooh, what about sexy man?
Oh, sexy man.
The first thing that comes up. Oh my God, he's got that dick root.
Oh, that's a pretty sexy. He's pointing at me. He's like, you, get over here. Suck this cock. And I'm like, all right.
I'm not sure. Yeah, these are pretty sexy men. This guy is a little too pale.
I think that's a lot of Photoshop. If you're into that. Dude, but I'm saying when the office is set up, one of the first things we need to work on is that Minecraft series. It's time, man. It's about time.
Okay.
Minecraft is in. It's back. We got to get that Minecraft. I have been seeing nonstop comments on my Instagram.
Well,
pictures
Minecraft's
of
being picked up again because like I was just seeing like Jimmy Wetzel streaming it. I was PewDiePie's back
doing
into it.
Captain Sparkle's song that he made 7 years ago is like blowing up now. And it's huge.
Minecraft is getting another huge kick.
That's why it's time for us to finally do our Minecraft series. So I say that's what we prioritize when we're in the office. First new thing.
Because I could lose hours recording episodes.
We could record so many. And I actually have been keeping a list of things I want to do in our Minecraft Let's
It's going to
Play.
be an editing nightmare for Justin.
Justin-
Because this is the first time he's going to have to deal with something like this. Because you and I had to kind of do it when we were doing PUBG, which is... Because did we record 2 or 3 separate cameras? With
2.
2, yeah. Okay, so we only did 2 separate cameras.
And we're debating if the Minecraft series is going to have face cam too. I want it to be like our magnum opus on the channel. I really I have a list I've been preparing of things that I want us to build. So we'll never run out of ideas. I'm like, in this episode, we're going to start building this, and then we're going to do this. And then I have some good ideas. I'm excited. We have a lot of cool things in the works. We just got to get out the videos we've already made. But then we have a lot of new projects we're very excited about. I think this year we've been pretty good about doing what we say. It might take longer, but we're doing it. You know? Yeah. Japan videos and SuperMegaPlex and Patreon and getting it out there. We do have another project that we'll talk about once it's more in development. It's still kind of in the pre-planning phase. I've been thinking about it a lot though. This thing.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God.
I have been writing down ideas for it.
Good.
It's gonna be good. Anyway, guys, that's about all the time we got for
episode 155.
We didn't say the episode number.
I just did.
155. Yeah, that's pretty good.
How do you want to end it?
I'm trying to think.
Do you want to end it with some music, or do you want to end it with like a sound effect, or?
Well, you're editing this.
Yeah, of course.
And we lost. Neither of us have the podcast timeline project anymore.
Nope.
We somehow lost that.
Yes.
So we've been having a bootleg every episode from previous episodes.
Very noticeable.
Yes, and you don't want to have to go download the music.
I literally started the last podcast with, and now for your feature presentation.
Downloading the music and figuring out where to start it and stop, it's a hassle. we need a new, we're going to get a new podcast background once we're in the office too.
Yeah.
It's a new era. So we're kind of just bootlegging it right now. But we can end this one. I don't want you to have to go looking for that music.
Of course. It's easy to find.
Start this with victory music and clapping because it's the
yeah, of course.
One, but we can end this one with maybe a soundbite.
From what?
Try this.
Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky.